Tina, can you talk to me a little bit about, um, so you're pregnant, right? Oh,
Yes.
okay, so do you mind going back a little bit and just talking about um, how long you were with us and what happened and how you ended up getting pregnant?
Oh yeah, for sure. So I've been so I started taking Radiant Wonder herbs I think in 2020. But yeah, so I was taking the POF program and then I stopped for a bit. And then in last year I had a coaching session with you. I think that was October. Yeah, I had a coaching session, and then you specified like different formulas that I should take instead of just taking the normal POF program. And then I got my period in November.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Were you
So
surprised?
oh yes, I was, because it had been 4 years with no period. So yeah,
Do you
so
remember?
I
Do
got
you remember what I did? Were you cold? Was I giving you warming things or more blood building, or what? What did I suggest?
it was kind of both. So
Mhm.
I was cold, but also had hot flashes. So we were trying to get rid of the hot flashes, and also build blood.
Mhm.
Yeah. So after getting my period in November, I got one in December, and then January. So that was my last period, and then in March I found out I was pregnant. So I'm about 11 weeks in.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so wonderful. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Do you know what you've been taking recently?
So I kind of stopped because I wasn't sure if I should continue,
Well, you don't
but
want to be taking it while you're pregnant. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
I wasn't too sure if I should be. But what I had been taking before this is so super fertility, I think 2.
Mhm.
And then I would
Yeah.
take that twice so I'd only take the super fertility 2 once, like 2 of them, and once just once at night. And then spirulina, and then fertile Teresa.
Mhm.
So that was 2 twice a day, and then digest ease, also 2 twice a day.
Was that digestes number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2, which helps cold hands and feet.
Yeah.
See, it's really amazing that. Did you feel different too? Forget that you just kind of, did you feel different? Did you feel warmer? Did you feel happier? Did you feel more? Because when you have more energy, the warmth brings more energy, and that energy
Yeah.
often makes you feel a lot happier. Did you feel any of those things?
Yes, my mood changed. I definitely started feeling warmer, and I had more energy. So yeah, I noticed those changes.
Yeah, and your libido probably increased too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing when you have a little, just a smidgen of, there wasn't, the only warmth, well, there was warmth coming from the digestes number 2, because that helps the circulation to be better in your hands and your feet. And you see when you have more energy, because you noticed there was more energy too, right?
Yeah.
How did you notice that?
Because I usually would always take a nap when I'm working from home in the afternoon, but then I started noticing that I could go like days without having to take a nap in the middle of the day.
And that's big for your body.
Yeah.
So when we identified that things were cold and your energy was low and we started to warm you up, and all of a sudden it was like things began to pop like popcorn, because it's not
Yeah.
like it's not like you hadn't been giving your body really good deep nutrition for fertility, but it didn't have
Mm.
the energy and the warmth to circulate that throughout the whole body. What people
Yeah.
forget is that, or they don't even connect, is that your fertility is an expression of your overall health. And so what
Yeah.
you were doing is working subclinically on things the doctor doesn't test. He doesn't ask you if you're cold. He doesn't ask you if you have enough energy. He doesn't ask you if you get
Exactly.
tired in the late afternoon. So it's not because he doesn't care, but he doesn't think that's that relevant, and
Yeah.
because that's not something he can measure. So you
Yeah,
went
that's
you
true.
went underneath everybody and you dealt with subclinical issues, which sounds very mysterious, but all it is
Yeah.
energy and more blood and warmth, and
Yeah.
you got rid of, and the hot flashes went away too?
So they were kind of starting to go away, and I think like on in our last session, I mentioned that they had gone away and were coming back, and then they were starting to go away. And then you had said, "Oh yeah, but you can still get pregnant with the hot flashes." And at the time, I was just like, "Oh yeah, sure." But then,
Right.
so they were just, so they were just kind of like slowly subsiding. And even now, I'll probably get like some days I'll get like once or twice, and then some days I'll get nothing.
Yeah. And pregnancy warms you up too and has a lot of
Yeah.
energy. So every so often you may get a hot flash. But a hot flash does not mean menopause. A hot flash is just extra heat in the body that needs to be released, and you've done a great job. If you look at that, which you don't need to bother with right now, you're pregnant, but if you went back and looked at that, the 5 stages of healing with POF, that diagram, you see that you're fitting right into it.
Yeah.
You came in with a bunch of things, and then the next phase you started to see a little more energy and some good things, and then it started
Mm.
going back and forth and back and forth, and now then you get a plateau where you sort of feel like, what am I doing? Is this going to work? And it's probably not going to work. And then you get more dedicated to doing the 4 techniques and doing what you were doing and understanding.
Yeah.
The main thing is if you understand how your body is, then you know how to help it. If
That's
you
true.
have if you deliver the baby and you lose a lot of blood, you might start to get cold. Well, you're not going to look at that as like just get a blanket. You're going to say, okay, I need more blood. I need more warmth. I need to pull my haramaki back on. I need to have more. You'll know what to do to help your body
Yeah.
become more balanced again because you're going to need that energy to take care of the baby. And
Mm.
you want to be really careful, though, that you don't get pregnant right away because the body, back to back pregnancies are really hard on a woman's body.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's good. That's really. How does your husband feel about all this?
So he's my fiance right now.
He's what?
He's like, my fiance. We're
Oh, your
engaged.
fiance. How does he feel?
Yeah. He's excited. He's really excited.
Did he believe this stuff could work, or did he think it was kind of airy fairy?
Yeah, he wasn't sure. He was just like, "Oh, sure, I know you're taking that, but okay."
Oh, I'm so happy for you.